Is your morning blood sugar high despite strict eating? The problem might not be your food, but your sleep. Many people with diabetes don't realize that chronic sleep deprivation is one of the leading causes of unstable blood sugar, increased insulin resistance, and all-day fatigue. Each restless night not only drains your energy but silently undoes your efforts to control the disease. Here's the good news. You can improve your sleep, without medication and without spending money. With just these 10 simple changes, people with diabetes can sleep better, restore energy, and most importantly, reduce blood sugar naturally. Watch this video until the end, because quality sleep could be the turning point in your blood sugar control the next day. And don't forget to share it with anyone struggling to sleep because of diabetes. 1. Get morning sunlight to reset your biological clock. As we mentioned earlier, when you sleep well, you can take charge of the next day. And one of the simplest ways to sleep better is by getting morning sunlight. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, exposure to sunlight in the morning helps regulate your circadian rhythm, the natural system that controls your sleep-wake cycle. When sunlight enters the eyes in the morning, the brain receives the start of day signal and sets the timer for melatonin release at night, your body's natural sleep hormone. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that people who got sunlight between 8 a.m. and noon had better sleep quality, fell asleep faster, and spent more time in deep sleep. For people with diabetes, deep sleep can lower HbA1c levels by up to 0.5%. According to a 2015 study from Diabetes Care, best time: spend 20 to 30 minutes in sunlight between 7 to 9 a.m. when UV rays aren't too strong but still effective in resetting your internal clock. If you stay indoors, use thick curtains, or rarely go outside in the morning, change that immediately. This simple habit can spark a chain reaction of better sleep and more stable blood sugar. 2. Avoid stimulants and heavy meals in the evening. Once your internal clock is set with sunlight, the next step to better sleep is eliminating evening triggers that stimulate your nervous system, especially important for people with diabetes, who have a sensitive metabolism. Caffeine, from coffee, green tea, chocolate, or cold meds, can stay in your bloodstream for 6 to 8 hours. A 2013 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that consuming 400 milligrams of caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime reduced total sleep by more than 1 hour, even if the person didn't feel alert. Alcohol, though it feels relaxing, disrupts REM sleep, the most restorative phase. According to the Sleep Foundation, drinking alcohol at night increases nighttime awakenings and lowers sleep recovery quality. For people with diabetes, heavy or late dinners are a double threat. They disturb both blood sugar and sleep. Digesting large meals requires insulin spikes, leading to elevated blood sugar overnight and unexpected wake-ups, especially if dinner includes hidden sugars or carbs. Ideal rule: don't eat after 7 p.m. and avoid caffeine or alcohol after 3 p.m. It's simple but powerful. When you stop fueling at the wrong time, your body can truly rest and recover. 3. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Not everyone can fall asleep as soon as their head hits the pillow. For many people with diabetes, the harder they try to sleep, the more their mind races, worrying about blood sugar, health, the future, and another restless night begins. You're not alone. This is common and very fixable. The secret lies in establishing a wind-down signal for your brain, so it knows it's time to rest. Studies show that a 30-minute bedtime relaxation routine can significantly reduce sleep latency, time to fall asleep, improve sleep quality, and calm the sympathetic nervous system. Harvard Medical School suggests activities like soft music, reading, gratitude journaling, warm foot soaks, or 4-7-8 deep breathing, all of which increase alpha brainwaves, a signal that the body is entering sleep mode. The key is repetition. When you repeat the same calming sequence every night, your brain learns the pattern and responds naturally. The more consistent, the better the results. Ask yourself, what makes you feel at peace? A soft melody? Gentle essential oils? Simply turning off your phone and sitting quietly for a few minutes? Good sleep doesn't come from pills. It comes from how you care for yourself each night. And when done with love, your body rewards you with deep rest and balanced blood sugar the next morning. 4. Turn off screens and avoid blue light at least 1 hour before bed. Did you know just 5 minutes of screen time before bed can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime and stop melatonin production? Dr. Matthew Walker, professor of neuroscience and psychology at UC Berkeley and author of the bestseller Why We Sleep, warned, blue light from phones, computers, and TVs can suppress melatonin production twice as much and delay your sleep cycle by up to 3 hours. This is especially dangerous for people with diabetes. Melatonin doesn't just affect sleep, it also impacts insulin sensitivity. Poor sleep equals higher insulin resistance equals elevated morning blood sugar, even if your meals were under control the day before. According to the Journal of Pineal Research, 2016, blue light exposure before bed reduced natural melatonin levels by 55% and lowered REM sleep quality, critical for both physical and mental recovery. Solution? Set a device off hour, 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Replace screen time with light relaxation, audiobooks, meditation, warm foot soaks, or quiet conversations. Give your brain true rest, and you'll fall asleep faster and deeper. No sleeping pills, no hacks. Just turning off your phone at the right time unlocks your body's natural healing power. 5. Eat dinner early and cut back on carbs to avoid overnight blood sugar spikes. If you have diabetes, you may have experienced this: high morning blood sugar, even though you didn't eat late at night. A common reason is eating dinner too late or consuming too many carbs in the evening. Research confirms that your dinner impacts both nighttime and morning blood sugar. According to the American Diabetes Association, ADA, people who eat dinner after 8 p.m. have a 25% higher risk of overnight blood sugar spikes compared to those who eat before 7 p.m. And it's not just the timing, what you eat matters too. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Nutrition found diabetics who ate high-carb dinners like white rice, noodles, bread, had average blood sugar spikes of plus 42 milligrams per deciliter after 2 hours. Meanwhile, those who ate high-protein, low-carb dinners only spiked about plus 17 milligrams per deciliter. Why? Carb-heavy dinners take longer to digest, but your metabolism slows down at night. That causes glucose to sit in your bloodstream, triggering silent spikes, like slow poison during sleep. Solution: eat dinner before 6:30 p.m. and focus on protein-rich foods like fish, eggs, leafy greens, avocado, and nuts. Avoid rice, noodles, pho, or potatoes, especially after 7 p.m. When you're gentle with your stomach, your body will be gentle with your blood sugar, and your sleep will be better, both physically and mentally. 6. Exercise at the right time to improve sleep and blood sugar. As a specialist in metabolism and diabetes, I can confidently say this: when you exercise is just as important as how you exercise. Many people with diabetes are active but still struggle with poor sleep and unstable blood sugar, and the problem often lies in timing. Physical activity, especially moderate aerobic exercise like brisk walking, slow cycling, or gentle swimming, can boost insulin sensitivity and improve sleep quality. But exercising too close to bedtime may trigger cortisol and adrenaline, making it harder for your body to wind down into deep sleep. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Sleep Research found that people who exercised within 2 hours before bedtime lost an average of 38 minutes of sleep and had nearly 20% less deep sleep. On the other hand, exercising in the morning or early evening can lower blood glucose, increase fat metabolism, and reduce insulin resistance. A 2020 study in Diabetology showed that exercising 1 to 2 hours after dinner lowered post-meal blood sugar by up to 30%, a significant result without medication. My advice for people with diabetes: avoid working out after 8 p.m. Ideal time: early morning, 6 to 8 a.m., or late afternoon, 4 to 6 p.m. Choose light activities like post-meal walks, stretching, or yoga. When you move at the right time, your nervous system and blood sugar levels fall into a balanced rhythm. That's the foundation for deep sleep and waking up without morning sugar spikes. 7. Use herbal drinks to relax and balance blood sugar. Even after optimizing your daily activity, many people with diabetes still struggle to switch off at night. This is where herbal drinks can be a natural and effective tool, not only calming the nerves but also supporting blood sugar levels during sleep. Chamomile tea has been used for centuries as a natural sleep aid, and for good reason. A 2015 study in the Journal of Advanced Nursing found that drinking chamomile tea nightly improved sleep onset, reduced nighttime awakenings, and significantly lowered anxiety in older adults and those with chronic conditions. For diabetics, there's a major bonus. Chamomile also has anti-inflammatory properties and helps stabilize blood glucose. A 2018 clinical trial in the Journal of Endocrinological Investigation showed that drinking 3 cups of chamomile tea per day for 8 weeks led to a notable reduction in HbA1c compared to a control group. Another great option is tart cherry juice, which is naturally rich in melatonin and helps regulate your circadian rhythm. A 2014 study from Louisiana State University found that drinking 240 milliliters of tart cherry juice twice a day increased average sleep time by 84 minutes in older adults with insomnia. Important note: choose unsweetened, no additive versions, ideally homemade or diluted. Drink herbal beverages at least 1 hour before bed to avoid nighttime bathroom trips that might interrupt your sleep. Sometimes, a warm cup of tea is the bridge that gently carries you into restful sleep and balanced blood sugar without the need for medications. 8. Improve your sleep environment, an overlooked but critical factor. You can eat right, exercise regularly, and even use herbal remedies, but if your bedroom is too bright, too hot, or too noisy, all your efforts can fall apart in a single night. According to the National Sleep Foundation, the ideal sleep environment is cool, 64 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. Dark and quiet. A 2021 study by Harvard Medical School found that exposure to artificial light during sleep increased insulin resistance by up to 43%. In the US, over 37 million people live with diabetes, about 11% of the adult population. In Europe, that number has exceeded 61 million. With insomnia and sleep disturbances affecting up to 46% of those with diabetes. According to the European Association for the Study of Diabetes, EASD, these numbers are not just statistics, they're a wake-up call. Sleep is not just rest, it's a powerful biological therapy for managing blood sugar. You can start by turning off lights, opening the window for fresh air, and keeping your room cool and quiet every night. 9. Limit sleeping pills. Choose behavioral therapy instead. Many people with diabetes reach for over-the-counter sleep aids like diphenhydramine, Unisom, or ZzzQuil, thinking they're a quick fix. But few realize the long-term risks far outweigh any short-term benefit. According to a 2022 CDC survey, about 1 in 3 U.S. adults use sleep medications at least once a week. However, the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, AASM, advises: do not use antihistamines, like Benadryl, for chronic insomnia due to risks of confusion, daytime drowsiness, and cognitive decline. A large-scale study in JAMA Internal Medicine found long-term use of anticholinergic sleep meds increased memory loss risk by 54%. Dementia risk rose by 34% after 3 years of continuous use. Compare that with cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI. According to Harvard Health Publishing, 70 to 80% of patients see major sleep improvements in just 6 to 8 weeks. No side effects, no dependency, and especially effective for people with chronic illness like diabetes. CBTI includes resetting bedtime habits, managing sleep environment, limiting time in bed, and reframing negative beliefs about sleep. Benefits: deeper rest, calmer nerves, improved blood sugar. Risks: virtually none. It's a smart investment, a double win. Better sleep, and stronger, medication-free diabetes control. 10. Sleeping less than 6 hours a night, a warning sign for diabetes complications. As an expert in metabolism and endocrinology, I must emphasize this. Sleeping less than 6 hours a night isn't just exhausting, it's an early warning sign for serious diabetes complications. Data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, one of America's largest epidemiological studies, showed that diabetics who sleep under 6 hours have 48% higher risk of cardiovascular complications, 52% higher risk of high blood pressure, 82% higher risk of insulin resistance compared to those who sleep 7 to 8 hours. Our bodies need sleep to regulate hormones. repair cells, and manage metabolism. When sleep is cut short, cortisol, the stress hormone, stays elevated, driving blood sugar up. Meanwhile, insulin production from the pancreas drops significantly. A 2020 meta-analysis in the Sleep Health Journal found diabetics who slept less than 6 hours had HbA1c levels 0.9% higher than those who slept enough. Their risk of hospitalization due to complications doubled within 5 years. If you're staying up late due to work, scrolling on your phone, anxiety, or just habit, stop now. Sleep deprivation is silently destroying your blood sugar control and pushing you toward complications like stroke, kidney failure, and blindness. Act early. For people with diabetes, sleep isn't a luxury, it's part of your treatment plan. You see, sleep isn't just when the body rests, it's one of the most powerful and free medicines available. Especially for those battling high blood sugar every day. If you've ever felt exhausted from poor sleep, jolted awake at night with a racing heart, or found your morning glucose mysteriously spiked, you're not alone. Millions of people with diabetes are facing the same struggles. But here's the good news. Everything can improve, starting with the smallest habits. A warm herbal tea, a quiet moment in the morning sun, or simply turning off your phone an hour earlier. These little routines, done consistently, will slowly reset your internal rhythm, bringing you back to deep sleep and stable blood sugar. Remember, you're not fighting alone, and every restful night you create is a powerful step toward managing diabetes naturally and sustainably.